Nowadays, our modern agriculture have been really affected by climate change because now it's more common to have really long periods of drought or intense rains that really affect how our crops develop outside and the amount of food available on our world to feed us. So now that we know that this is becoming a big problem, I think that we really have to know how to mitigate it. So first of all, we have to provide the best information that we can about the soil, about the requirements of our crops, about fertilizers and other sources like water and many other things that farmers need to know to have good production and to reduce the amount of pollution that they can produce. Another thing that is really important is that we have to implement the use of new fertilizers that can be more friendly with our environment that don't leave any toxin on the soil, on our products, on our crops. So I think that if we, with the help of scientists, we use new fertilizers that can be more efficient, it will reduce in it just little, but it can help. Also, if we use new technology, new methods of how to raise our crops and how to use in a more efficient way the sources, I think that this will be really helpful for our world. But the point is that even in long term, if we do these things, it will be staying the problem that in a really in a really little way we are keeping the problem of the climate change and the pollution of those things. So I think that we have first of all try to prevent it. And how can we prevent it? Well, I think that our government needs to implement new laws or more strict laws that make that our farmers avoid to use chemicals that can result really toxic for our soil or for our water or can remain of soil for many time for a long time. Also, I think that our farmers need to use more organic products that don't leave any toxin or don't affect us in any way, or just to use more new varieties or the varieties that can adapt better to our climate, to new fertilizers that need less fertilizers, that we can supply the requirements easier. So this will reduce the amount of fertilizers that we use, also the production of the same, and in a few steps we can reduce the amount of pollution and the problems that we have now. So that's all.